you grab as many names as you remember, and then you go out, and then once you are done, you go back.
Best and worst part of living in the Bachelor mansion.
The best part is all the food and the drinks. Anything you want is at your disposal. Worst thing is no privacy.
Do you think it's an advantage or disadvantage for them to be filming in these like one resort locations versus the traveling?
From a producer's point of view, it's an advantage. For the person living in it, it is a disadvantage, and you go stir crazy. And if we didn't travel, I would have gone nuts.
Rose ceremony dresses. How many of yours do you have?
None.
Approximately. None? Where are they?
I have one because I designed it and we had it made. After Emily's season, which was mine, they no longer got you no longer got to keep the clothes.
Favorite villain of all time, quote unquote villain, whether you love to watch them or you were just fascinated by them.
I might be aging myself, but I think Courtney she was a good villain because it's like who she is. She wasn't trying hard to be a villain.
And she won.
I think that's why too. Like, I don't know.
She wrote a book on it. Most devastating or surprising Bachelor breakup.
Ashley and JP. Yeah, they're so great. I mean, I love them as people, and I don't know. I just wish them the best, but I didn't see that one coming.
Rose ceremonies, as bad as they look on TV, or worse? As far as your anxiety. Worse? Okay, why?
Not necessarily anxiety. It's more so just you're so tired. They're very, very long. By that point, most people they're like 10 drinks in. You are just tired. You're exhausted. So I think it's just harder and they like pause so long after each rose, so to like pan on people's faces. So I mean, yeah, they're gonna get you being like looking super stressed out, but really you might just be really tired.
Are you told like count to 30 in your head before you read the next name? How do they always ensure that it will be?
There's a director, Paulie. He's the best. So there's a director. You just wait for him to give you the nod. I think probably the most interesting aspect of the show, but also like if you put it into perspective, these are all everyday normal people. Mm-hmm. And then you put them into these scenarios or like, I don't know. It's just interesting. Like I had never known what a producer was. I didn't know what any of that was until being on the show. Memorizing
the names as the lead. Night one, how many times are you running back to a room to get like a sheet of names?
So everyone, including cameramen, have like a card with like photos of the people with their names on it. And before saying the names, it was almost like a game for myself to see how many I could remember. But I think the most I remembered was like 6 at a time. Okay. But you grab as many names as you remember, and then you go out, and then once you are done, you go back. Okay.
Biggest fashion regret on the show, whether it was The Bachelor or The Bachelorette?
This is 2013, so a lot of it. But I mean, so on The Bachelor, I was super broke, and I only could pack like a duffel bag of stuff, which was like my whole closet. So I was like, I didn't realize how many outfits you needed. So I would have to like borrow or whatever. But on The Bachelorette, you have a stylist. And so I just let him dress me. And for the most part, I loved everything. And of course, I tried on beforehand. But there was a date where they encouraged me, but I also kept asking, like, are you sure? Because you don't know what the dates are. So they're mm-hmm. trying to dress you for like appropriately for what the date could be. And so I needed like more stretchy pants, and they were peach colored. And so it looked like nude leggings, and it was just really embarrassing.